I love singing, and I love books, so I'm very happy. My weekends are very exciting, but I enjoy my weekdays too. I'm lucky I live near the bookstore, and I don't start work until 10 a.m. Every morning, I get up at 8, make breakfast, and watch the news on TV. Then I walk to work. I'm very busy all day. I help people find the books they want. At lunchtime, I get a sandwich from the deli, and I often go to the gym. I usually finish work at 5:30 p.m., but on Tuesday and Thursday evenings, I work very late until 10:30. I never cook after work. I'm too tired. I sometimes like going to the little restaurant near my apartment. Saturday mornings, I go shopping and clean my apartment. I don't eat dinner on Saturday and Sunday evenings because I'm too excited. I like singing, but I'm always nervous before the show. Lisa Parsons is 32 years old and lives in Manhattan. From Monday to Friday, she works at a bookstore in New York. Sometimes she stays at work until 10:30 at night, but Lisa doesn't relax on weekends. On weekends, she has another job. She is a singer. On Saturday afternoons, she practices with her band, and on Saturday and Sunday nights, she goes to nightclubs and sings. She has no free time, but she loves her life. I come from a small town in Minnesota, but I live in Hollywood now, and it's very different. In my hometown, people are very friendly. They walk down the street and speak to you. They say, "Hi there," and "How are you?" Here in Hollywood, people don't walk. They drive everywhere. I live in this big house on Santa Monica, and sometimes I don't see anyone all day. Pamela is a doctor. She's Canadian, but now she lives in a small town near Nairobi, Kenya, in East Africa. She isn't an ordinary doctor. She's a flying doctor. Every day from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m., she speaks to people on her radio. Then she flies to help them. She works 16 hours a day, non-stop, but she loves her job. She isn't married, and she has no free time. He is a music professor. He comes from Budapest in Hungary, but now he lives in the United States. He works 4 days a week at the University of Texas, Austin. He speaks 3 languages: Hungarian, English, and German. He's married to an American and has a daughter. He likes playing tennis in his free time. I do the same things every day. I wake up at 7, but I stay in bed until 7:15. Then I get up and have a shower. That really wakes me up. I get dressed, and then I have breakfast, some toast and a cup of coffee. I leave the house at 8:30 and walk to the bus stop. I go to work by bus. I start work at about 9, and I finish work at 5 or 6 in the evening. I have dinner, watch television, or play on the computer. I'm usually in bed by 11. I live with my mother, my father, and my 2 brothers. They are called Owen and David. Owen is 20, and he's at university. David is 16, and he's at school, like me. I have 2 grandmothers and 1 grandfather. My other grandfather is dead. I have 1 uncle and 1 aunt. My Aunt Janet is my mother's sister. They have 2 daughters. Rosa is 10, and Gemma is 14, like me. They are my cousins. Mike is standing at the top of the stairs. He is reading something. Then he falls down the stairs. His leg hurts a lot. He tells his wife, Judy, that his leg is killing him. Judy gets ice for him, and then she takes him to the hospital. The doctor says that Mike's leg is broken. Mike isn't happy because he has to stay put. He can't go to work for a few days. A woman is coming home late from work because she missed her train. She has a cell phone, so she calls her husband and tells him she is late. He will pick up the kids and have a chicken dinner ready when she gets home. The wife thinks her husband is lucky because he works at home and he can take naps when he gets sleepy. He says that he does the laundry and the dishes because he is home. I'm a carpenter. I work 8 hours a day from Monday to Friday. I get up around 6 a.m. and I work from 7 a.m. until 3 p.m. I get home pretty early, about 4 p.m. I go to bed at 10. Well, I'm an accountant. It's a regular 9 to 5 office job, so I get up at 7 a.m. and get home around 6 p.m. That's okay, though, because I like to go out at night. I go to bed around midnight on weekdays. Well, my hours are a bit different. I'm a nurse. I start work at 11 at night. I work until 7 a.m. I get home at 8 and go to bed at about 8:30, and I sleep until 4 p.m. Oh, I have dinner, watch TV, and see friends. It's a great schedule for me. Tom has to wake up early to go to the airport, but when his roommate wakes him up, he doesn't want to get up. The room is very cold and dark, and he wants to go back to sleep. Tom gets up, but he doesn't have time to take a shower. He gets dressed quickly and goes to the airport. He's lucky because he doesn't miss his plane. Alice and Peter go away for the weekend. They go to the beach. It is winter, so they can't go swimming. But they take walks on the beach, and they get plenty of fresh air. On Friday night, they go dancing, and on Sunday, they go ice skating. They have a good time and are very happy. The Internet. Can you imagine a day before the Internet? It's history. The Internet started in the 1960s. The United States Department of Defense started it because they wanted a computer network to help the American military. In the 1970s, scientists worked on it and learned how to send messages between computers. Then, in the 1980s, telephone companies made it possible to communicate on the computer network in many more countries. An international computer language was born, and the Internet went worldwide. These days, of course, you can email, listen to music, and shop online. You can Google for information about anything and everything, or just put on your Google glasses. You can book a hotel, a vacation, or movie tickets. You can read a book. You can pay your bills. You can watch your favorite TV program. You can play chess with a partner in China. You can chat with your friends and share photos. The list is endless. Canada through the seasons. The weather is very different in this large country, so there's something to do for everyone in every season. Spring can arrive in February in Victoria on the west coast. In other parts of Canada, it gets warm in early April, and spring weather continues until June. In British Columbia, you can kayak, camp, or take a train trip through the Rocky Mountains. Summer brings warm to hot weather from May to September. This is a great time to fish in one of Canada's many lakes, kayak among whales in Churchill, Manitoba, or have some Wild West fun at the Calgary Stampede. Fall brings cool temperatures in September and October. It's a good time of year to see the fall leaves in eastern Canada, enjoy hiking, visit museums, or go to the Toronto International Film Festival. Snow begins to fall in November, and temperatures drop. Days are short in winter, but you can ski, go to an ice festival, or see the northern lights. In parts of British Columbia, the snow doesn't stay long and you can golf all year. Let's read. All around the world, people like to read books, newspapers, magazines, and comic books. In Japan, reading manga is a really popular free time activity. Manga is a type of comic book. In manga, there are words and pictures to tell a story or give information. There are lots of different types of manga, for example, adventure, mystery, science fiction, and comedy. There is manga for all ages. You can find manga on the internet too. There are also manga computer games and manga cartoons on television. There are even manga cafes where you can look at manga on the internet or read manga books and magazines. Manga started in Japan, but it's now popular in many countries. Some libraries in the USA have manga reading groups. The Great Wall of China. About 2,400 years ago, there were many small countries in China. There were often wars. People didn't want enemies in their country, so they built big walls to keep them out. For more than 2,000 years, people built walls, destroyed walls, and built new walls. The Great Wall of China is really many walls together. They are about 7,000 kilometers long. The walls are about 7 meters high. There are also many taller towers. Prisoners, soldiers, and other people built the wall. They transported the stones and bricks by hand. This work was hard and dangerous. About 3 million people died building the wall. Later, more than 1 million soldiers guarded the wall, but it was hard to stop the enemies. People also used the wall as a road. Today, tourists like to walk along the wall. For many years, people thought that you could see the Great Wall of China from the moon, but this is not true. Skyscrapers. When there isn't much ground, we can build tall buildings. Very tall buildings are called skyscrapers. The first skyscraper was the Home Insurance Building. It was built in Chicago, USA, in 1885. It was meters tall. The tallest skyscrapers are now much taller than this. The Petronas Twin Towers in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, are the tallest twin buildings. There is a bridge between the two towers called a sky bridge. One of the tallest skyscrapers is the Burj Dubai. It's in Dubai, in the United Arab Emirates. It's 818 meters tall. That's nearly a kilometer. It's made of a special strong concrete called reinforced concrete. The Burj Dubai has apartments, shops, swimming pools, hotels, restaurants, and a library. It's like a very tall town. Petra. About 2,000 years ago, people in the Middle East bought and sold cloth and spices in many countries. They often traveled across land in large groups called caravans. They used camels to transport people and things. One of the places where the caravan stopped was Petra. Petra is a fantastic city in the desert in Jordan. People built the city in the pink cliffs. The caravan stopped in Petra because it had water, places to sleep, and it was safe from enemies. Some of the caravans were 7 kilometers long, and they had 2,500 camels. At different times, people from various places lived in Petra. They made wonderful temples, a theater, a palace, and tombs in the pink cliffs. Later, earthquakes destroyed a lot of Petra. Today, many tourists visit this amazing place, and people also make movies here. For example, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade was filmed in Petra. The Taj Mahal. The Taj Mahal is in India. It looks like a palace, but it's a tomb. It's one of the most beautiful tombs in the world. There are gardens and fountains around the building. The tomb is made of 28 types of stone and jewels from all over India and other countries. Most of the tomb is made of a beautiful white stone called marble. About 20,000 people built the Taj Mahal, and it took 22 years. More than 1,000 elephants helped to move the stones for the building. The Taj Mahal was built about 400 years ago. The Emperor Shah Jahan built it for his wife Mumtaz Mahal. She died when she had her 14th baby. Shah Jahan was very sad, so he built the Taj Mahal to remember his wife. Later, Shah Jahan's son wanted to be emperor, so he put his father into prison. When Shah Jahan died, people put his body in the Taj Mahal so that he was with his wife forever. The Coliseum. Where did ancient Romans go for fun? They went to the Coliseum in Rome. They watched fights in this big and beautiful stadium. The fights were with gladiators and wild animals like lions, crocodiles, rhinos, and even elephants. The Coliseum wasn't fun for everyone. About 500,000 people and 1 million wild animals died there. About 2,000 years ago, Rome was a very important city, and the Coliseum was the most fantastic building in the city. It was big enough for more than 50,000 people. The Coliseum had many arches. There were about 80 big arches to let people in and out. There was also a cloth roof to protect people from the sun and rain. Later, 2 earthquakes destroyed parts of the Coliseum, and people took stones from the Coliseum to build many other buildings in Rome. So the building that we see today only gives an idea of how beautiful it was in the past. Thousands of tourists visit the Coliseum every year. Free time. Free time is very important. It's good for you to do something different after school or work. It's also fun. Many of our favorite free time activities are popular all around the world. Soccer is the most popular sport in the world, and it's a big part of life in Brazil. People here love to watch and play soccer in their free time. In Brazil, you don't need a pitch or expensive boots to play soccer. People play soccer in the street and on the beach. Children often play with no boots. Some people think that Brazilians are good at soccer because they learn a special way to play when they are children. They learn to play a type of soccer called futsal. There are 5 players on each team. The ball is small, but it's full of sand, so it's very heavy. Futsal started in South America, but now it's popular in many other countries. A restaurant incident. One evening at a restaurant, a man and woman were shocked by a child's behavior. The little boy was out of control, running around while his parents didn't have a clue that he was causing trouble. They were just enjoying their dinner. The other couple was upset because they had gone through the trouble of getting a babysitter for their own kids. They just wanted an evening out so they could relax and have dinner in peace. They were also upset because the restaurant was noisy and it was taking forever to get their food. They told the waitress that the bottom line was that parents had to keep their kids under control and teach them how to behave in public. In trouble at school, I think I'm really in hot water with my teacher. She wrote a note on my paper that she wants to see me in her office tomorrow. I think I know why. I worked really hard on my last paper, but right before I had to hand it in, I got busy and copied something from the internet. Just a small thing, maybe a few paragraphs. I didn't think she'd know. I can't believe it. I'm so scared. What will she do to me? I hope I don't get an F. What if she tells my parents? I'll be in really hot water with them too. I promise to never copy again. I hope they'll believe me. Helping the homeless. It's a big problem, and we need to solve it. But don't worry, we're working on it. Too many people are living on the streets. We're trying to help them. We're finding them places to live and helping them get jobs. And of course, we have people helping them with their drug and alcohol problems. Please know that we're doing all we can. We're working on this day and night. Studying hard. It's true that I didn't work very hard, and that's why my grades were so bad. But I've changed. Right now, I'm working on 2 papers, and I know I'm doing a good job. And I had a big test last week. Do you know how long I studied? 6 hours a day for 3 days. Really? Believe me, this time I'm going to get all A's. Don't worry. Alice's research. Hi, I'm Alice. I'm doing some internet research on wedding customs in 4 different countries. I already found out a lot about customs in India, but I need to find out more about customs in Ethiopia, Japan, and Peru. Hi, remember me? I'm Alice. I just wanted to let you know that I found a great website with information about wedding customs in Japan. If you want me to email you the address, just let me know. Mark's research. Hi, I'm Mark. I'm in Alice's class, and I have the same assignment. At first, I didn't know what topic to do research on, but I found Alice in the library and talked to her. She gave me some good ideas to think about. I'll let you know tomorrow what I decide to do research on. Hi there. I finally made my decision. Sorry you had to wait, but I wanted to be sure I picked the right research topic. As you know, yesterday I talked to Alice about a few possible topics, and then I got online and looked at a few websites. First, I found out what I don't want to do research on, and that's classical music because I already know a lot about that. Well, after looking at many websites, I decided to do research on the history of jazz because I don't know anything about that. Tutankhamun's treasures. Tutankhamun was a king in Egypt more than 3,300 years ago. He died when he was only 19 years old. When he died, people put a gold mask over his face and his body in a coffin made of gold. Then they put the coffin into 2 bigger coffins. They put all 3 coffins in a tomb with food and many treasures. The Egyptians thought that the king needed these things after he died. Tutankhamun's tomb was in the Valley of the Kings. No one discovered it for a long time. Then a British archaeologist called Howard Carter discovered it in 1922. When he broke through the door, he was amazed. There were gold statues, boats, jewels, toys, masks, and even a gold bed. There were about 3,500 treasures. For 10 years, Carter took the treasures from the tomb and wrote about them. Tutankhamun became one of the most famous kings in the world. Today, many of his wonderful treasures are in the Egyptian Museum in Cairo, Egypt. Structures in space. There are also structures in space. The International Space Station, ISS, is a research station. It's about 350 kilometers above Earth. It goes around Earth about 16 times every day. It travels at 27,700 kilometers per hour. That's nearly 8 kilometers per second. You can see the ISS from Earth without a telescope. The ISS is made of metal, and it uses energy from the sun. The first part of the ISS went into space in a rocket in 1998. No astronauts went with it. Most other parts went with astronauts. Sometimes astronauts do a spacewalk outside the ISS to attach new parts. Families and Friends Eid is the Arabic word for festival. Eid is a big Muslim festival. At Eid, people give presents to children and friends. Eid presents are usually money or things like toys, candy, and new clothes. At Eid, Muslims think about other people in the world. They give food and money to hungry and sick people. People wear new clothes at Eid. In the morning, they get up, wash, and put on their new clothes. They eat dates and cookies for breakfast. Then they go to pray at the mosque. Lots of people hug their friends. Later, they eat with their family. They also visit their grandparents and say, Happy Eid. Midsummer. In June, it's summer in Europe. It's usually warm. The nights are short and the days are long. The longest day of the year is June 21st. It's called Midsummer. At this time, there are many festivals in Europe. People make big bonfires. In Finland and other countries near the Arctic, it doesn't get dark at midsummer. There's no night. In Russia at midsummer, people sing and dance all night. Girls pick flowers and make pretty crowns. They throw the crowns into a lake or a river. Midsummer is one of the biggest festivals in Sweden. People decorate their homes with leaves. They make a big pole with flowers and leaves. They dance around the pole and sing songs. They wear traditional Swedish costumes. Girls make pretty crowns with flowers. The water cycle. Do you know where water comes from when it rains? Water falls from the sky. This is called precipitation. Rainwater goes into streams. Stream water goes into rivers. River water goes into seas and oceans. When it's sunny, the ocean water gets warm. Some water goes up into the sky. This is called evaporation. The water in the sky makes clouds. Then it rains again. This is called the water cycle. We're lucky to have water in our homes. About 1 billion people don't have clean water in their homes. Most of the water we use comes from rivers and reservoirs. Clean water goes through pipes to our homes. Water is all around us. We have liquid water in rivers and oceans. We have frozen water in ice and glaciers, and we have water vapor in clouds and steam. Water is very important. About 70% of Earth is covered with water. Most of the water is in the oceans. There are 5 oceans: the Pacific Ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, the Indian Ocean, the Southern Ocean, and the Arctic Ocean. The largest ocean is the Pacific Ocean. It's 156 million square kilometers. It's about 15 times bigger than the USA. There are also many seas on Earth. The largest sea is the South China Sea, which is 3 million square kilometers. One of the smallest seas is the Marmara Sea. It's only about 11,000 square kilometers. All the water in the oceans and seas is salt water. The Dead Sea is about 30% salt. It's the saltiest sea on Earth. It's so salty you can float in it. Fresh water. About 3% of the water on Earth is fresh water. Most of this fresh water is frozen. It's ice in glaciers or polar ice caps. Some of the fresh water is in lakes and rivers. One of the biggest lakes on Earth is Lake Superior in North America, which is about 82,000 square kilometers. The longest river on Earth is the River Nile in Africa, which is about 6,700 kilometers long. Some of the fresh water is in the sky. It's in the clouds and the rain. Some of the water is in the soil, in rocks, or under the ground in caves. Most of Earth is covered with water, but only about 1% is fresh water that we can drink. The rest is salt water or ice. Save water. When there is no water, rivers and lakes become dry, plants can't grow, and animals can't drink. If there is no food and no water to drink, people die too. Water is very important. We all need to save water. You can save water at home. Turn off the water when you brush your teeth and take a shower, not a bath. You can also save water outside the home by collecting rainwater to water plants. Don't throw things into rivers or lakes. People and animals need clean water, not dirty water. Remember, our Earth needs water. People, animals, and plants need water. Save our wonderful water. Floods. Floods can happen when there is too much rain. Rivers and lakes become very full. Floods can also happen when there are very big waves in the ocean. Where there are floods, the water covers roads and paths, and cars and people can't get out of the area. The water goes into houses, and people have to leave their homes. Sometimes they have to get on the roof of their house to wait for help. Cars and people can't get into the area to help. The police and firefighters rescue people with boats and helicopters. Floods can be very dangerous. The water moves fast and it's very strong. Don't play in flood water. We need water. The human body contains lots of water. Our body is about 70% water. Our brain is about 85% water, and our bones are about 33% water. Water is very important for the human body. We can live for 4 weeks without food, but we can't live for more than about 3 days without water. We need to drink about 8 glasses of water every day. We need to drink even more water when we play sports and when it's hot. We need water because it keeps our blood healthy. Our blood is about 50% water. Blood takes food to different parts of our body, and it takes oxygen from our lungs to other parts of our body too. If we don't drink water, our body gets dehydrated. If we're dehydrated, our kidneys and our brain don't work, and then we get very sick. Your muscles. What helps your bones and joints to walk, run, dance, and jump? Muscles. Muscles pull your bones to move your body. Muscles in your legs help you ride a bicycle, and muscles in your arms help you row a boat. There are more than 600 muscles in your body. Running, swimming, dancing, and riding a bicycle are types of exercise. Exercise makes your muscles, bones, and joints strong. Your heart is a type of muscle. Exercise makes your heart strong too. Protect your body. Do exercise every day. What is your favorite type of exercise? Your nose and mouth. You breathe through your nose and mouth. Your nose and mouth take air into your body. You breathe about 15 times every minute. After exercise, people breathe fast. They can breathe 40 times every minute. Your nose helps you smell things, and your mouth helps you talk and eat. Your teeth bite food so you can eat it. Your body uses food to live and grow. Protect your teeth. Brush your teeth after breakfast and after dinner, and don't eat lots of candy. Your eyes and ears. Your eyes help you see the world around you. They open and close many times every day. This is called blinking. When your eyes blink, they wash dirt out of your eyes. At night, your eyes close so you can sleep. Eyes blink about 15 times every minute. Your ears help you listen to music, and they help you listen for cars in the street. Your ears can hear things when you sleep too. Protect your eyes and ears. On sunny days, wear sunglasses to protect your eyes. Don't listen to very loud music. It's bad for your ears. Your brain. Do you know how you read these words? Your brain tells you what your eyes see. Your brain tells you what you see, hear, and touch. It tells your muscles when to move. It helps you write, speak, draw, and do puzzles. Your brain is amazing. Your brain works all day and at night when you sleep. At night, it makes you breathe, and it makes your heart work. At night, your brain helps you remember things that you learn during the day. Protect your brain. Wear a helmet when you ride a bicycle. Protect your body. Your body is amazing. It helps you walk, work, and play. It helps you eat, read, listen, and learn. It's important to protect your body. You have skin everywhere on your body. Your skin helps you touch things, and it helps you know when things are hot or cold. Skin stops dirt from getting into your body, and it stops water from getting into your body when it's rainy or when you swim. Hair grows out of your skin. Hair on your arms and legs stands up when you're cold. This stops your body from getting too cold. Your skin makes sweat when you're hot. This stops your body from getting too hot. Protect your body. Your bones. There are bones under your skin. These bones make your skeleton. Your skeleton helps you stand up. There are joints in your skeleton too. Bones meet at joints. Elbows and knees are joints. Joints help you move. Knee joints help you jump and kick. A baby has small bones. Bones grow, and they make you big and tall. Your bones stop growing when you are about 20 years old. Then, there are 206 bones in your body. Protect your bones. When you ride a skateboard, wear pads to protect your bones and joints. Wear a helmet to protect your head, too. Let's go to school. There are schools all around the world. There are big schools and little schools, new schools and old schools. All around the world, students go to school. Some students walk to school, and some go by bus or by train. Some students go by bicycle, and some go by car. These students are in the USA. They go to school by bus in the snow. In Canada, some students go to school by sled. In India, some students go to school by rickshaw. Protect your body. Eat food that's good for you. Good food helps your bones grow, makes you strong, and stops you from getting sick. There's lots of water in your body. You lose water when you go to the toilet and when your body makes sweat. Drink water every day to protect your body. Go to the doctor when you get sick, and go to the dentist every year. Do exercise every day. It's good to do exercise, and it makes you happy. It's good to sleep when you're tired, too. It's important to protect your body. Food for life. Everyone needs food to live. It gives you energy to work and play. It also gives you nutrients to grow well and stay healthy. Do you eat a balanced diet with lots of different nutrients? Your body needs proteins to build muscles. Proteins are also important for healthy hair and fingernails. You can get lots of proteins from meat, fish, and eggs. Dairy products like milk, cheese, and yogurt also contain proteins. Many people don't eat animal products, but they can get proteins from plant products. Pulses like beans and lentils are rich in proteins. Many grains, nuts, and seeds have proteins too. Which of these foods do you eat? Carbohydrates. Carbohydrates give your body energy. You can get carbohydrates from grain products like rice, bread, and pasta. Your body digests these foods slowly, so they give you energy for many hours. Some vegetables like potatoes also have lots of carbohydrates. What grains and vegetables do you eat? Sugar is also a carbohydrate. Your body digests sugar quickly, so it gives you energy right away. Don't eat too many sweet foods like candy or ice cream, and remember that you can also get sugar from naturally sweet foods. Have a bowl of fruit with a little honey. Fats. You need to eat some fats to grow well and stay healthy. Your body also stores fats for extra energy and to keep you warm in winter. Some types of meat and fish have a lot of fats. Dairy products like butter and cheese have fats too. You can also get fats from plant products like nuts, seeds, and vegetable oils. Be careful. Too many fats can make you fat. Vitamins. Your body needs vitamins to stay healthy and fight diseases. Vitamin A keeps your skin healthy. You can get vitamin A from orange fruits and vegetables like carrots or pumpkins. Dark green vegetables like spinach have lots of vitamin A too. Dairy products give you vitamin B for healthy blood. You can also get vitamin B from meat, fish, and eggs. Vitamin C helps your body fight diseases. You can get vitamin C from citrus fruits like oranges and lemons. Minerals. Your body also needs minerals. You need calcium for strong bones and healthy teeth. Dairy products like milk and yogurt are good sources of calcium. You also need iron for healthy blood. You can get iron from red meat and eggs or from vegetables like broccoli and spinach. Salt is also an important mineral, but be careful. Too much salty food is bad for you. Too much waste. In some countries, one person can make about 5 kilograms of waste every day. Where does all this waste go? Most waste goes to a landfill. At a landfill, people put the waste under the ground. Landfills are very big because we make so much waste. Most waste materials decompose. They break down into very small pieces. Food waste decomposes fast, but some waste materials decompose slowly. Paper materials take from 2 to 5 months to decompose. Some metal materials take from 80 to 100 years, and plastic materials take maybe up to 1,000 years. Some materials, like glass, never decompose. We are making more and more waste. We need more landfills, but there's no more land on Earth for landfills. Our waste stays in landfills for too long, and this is bad for Earth. So we should make less waste. We should recycle more things. Around the world, people make up to 4 billion metric tons of waste every year. Stop germs. Do you get sick? Germs are things that can make you sick. Germs can get in your body when you breathe and when you eat. Germs can get in your mouth from your fingers too. Some germs get in your body when you get a cut in your skin. Wash your hands with soap and water to get germs off your fingers. Wash your hands when it's time to eat, after you go to the toilet, after you touch animals, and after you play outside. Stop germs. There are germs in a sneeze. Catch sneezes in a tissue, then throw the tissue in a wastebasket. Maya. I volunteer 3 times a week after school. I go to an elementary school in an underdeveloped neighborhood and help students with their homework. They don't have private tutors, and their parents are usually busy working. The kids look up to me and ask me for advice. I try to set a good example, and I encourage them to study hard. Roberto. When I think about things, I try not to think too much about the negative side of things. I try to focus on the positive. I think things will work out for the best, and they usually do. Some of my friends are just the opposite, and that can be hard on me sometimes. I guess I prefer to be around people who also focus more on the positive, but I get that not everyone is the same. The sun. The sun is a star. It's very, very hot. The sun has lots of heat and light. Heat and light from the sun come to Earth. The heat and light make Earth warm so we can live here. Light from the sun comes to Earth in 8 minutes. Some places are warm and sunny all year, and they have no seasons. Some places have seasons. In summer, there's more light from the sun, so it's warm. In winter, there's less light from the sun, so it's cold. Is it warm and sunny where you live? Bernadette. I'm the type of person who tries to fix things. If I see something wrong, I try to make it right. It drives me crazy when I see a problem, and no one is doing anything about it. It's better to fix problems right away. I think this is a good quality to have. I just started a new job, and my boss seems really pleased with my work so far. Some people just accept a problem, but it doesn't have to be that way. It always feels satisfying when I can solve something. Young Ho. My sister is a real people person, but I'm just the opposite. I prefer to do things on my own more. I like people, of course, but I also really enjoy my own time. I read a lot, go for walks by myself, things like that. I have friends, and we have a lot of fun together, but I guess I prefer being on my own. Some people think that's a bad thing, but I don't think so. What is Earth? Let's look at Earth. Let's look at oceans and rivers, mountains and forests. Earth is amazing, and it has lots of amazing places. We're in space, and we're looking at Earth. What can we see? We can see many colors. We can see land, water, and clouds. Earth is a planet. There are many, many planets in space, but there's only one Earth. Earth is our home. Millions of plants, animals, and people live here. On the land, there are forests, mountains, and deserts. Most of Earth's water is in oceans, but there's water in lakes and rivers too. Earth goes around the sun every year. Earth also turns every day. Jobs. What is a job? A job is the work that you do. A teacher does a job. A bus driver does a job too. Most people do jobs for money, but not all jobs are for money. Some jobs are inside. These people are working in an office. They are using telephones and computers. Some jobs are outside. People are making a new road. They have orange clothes so other people can see them. Some people work in the same place every day. Some people go to lots of places. Flight attendants work on planes. They help the passengers. Flight attendants wear a uniform so passengers can find them. Firefighters wear a uniform to protect their body. They can go into very, very hot buildings. This continues through the rest of the passage. If you'd like me to punctuate the remaining sections, I can assist with that. Uses water from a river. The water in the river turns turbines. We can use wind to make electricity too. This is a wind farm. The wind turns turbines to make electricity. I have this friend named Jonathan. He's been a close friend for a long time. Last month, I asked to borrow some money from him. It wasn't a lot, and I said I'd pay him back in a week. A week went by, and I didn't have the money, so I said I'd pay the following week. He got all upset with me and said he needed the money right away. I mean, it's only another week, so I don't know what the big deal is. I managed to get the money together, and I just paid him. He didn't say thank you or anything, and I'm now afraid I may have lost his friendship over this. I have a lot of friends, or at least I thought I did, but I now see some of these friends more as acquaintances. Let me explain. Last month, I was in a car accident. It wasn't very serious, but I did have to spend some time in the hospital. It was hard because I missed classes and was behind on my homework. The strange thing is, only 3 of my friends came to visit me, and no one else called or sent cards, nothing. It kind of hurt my feelings. What is interesting is that it's helped me realize who my true friends are. I thought I had more close friends, but I see now that's not the case. That's fine with me, actually. What's important to me is to have a few really close, good friends. My friend Casey is probably my best friend. She's honest, reliable, and truthful. All qualities that are important for me in a friendship. Well, the other day, I was telling her about my sister. My sister was mad at me because I didn't remember her birthday. I told my sister she was acting silly, and now she is hardly talking to me. Well, I was telling this to Casey, and she thought I was wrong. She really made me see that I was being insensitive, and my behavior wasn't very nice. That's what I like about Casey. She can help me see things that I wouldn't normally see.